How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean, by providence impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? Well, the word got around, they said this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education, don't forget from whence you came, and the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead and destitute without a cent or restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford. Scamming for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship, headed for a new land. In New York you can be a new man. The ship is in the harbor now, see if you can spot him. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. His enemies destroyed his rep, America forgot him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. What's your name, man? That depends. Who's asking? I'm getting nervous. You punched the bursar. It was my parents' dying wish before they passed. Can I buy you a drink? While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. You wanna get ahead. Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. Like I said, showtime, show. Good luck with that, you're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit, we'll see where we land. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. You've got to be carefully taught. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch all the guys. Woo! There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money. While you slumming in the city in your fancy heels, you searching for an urchin who can give you ideals. Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby, you can trust me. Let him be. Alexander, please. Rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up, rise up. Ladies and gentlemen, a moment you've been waiting for. The pride of Mount Vernon, George Washington. Your Excellency, sir. Aaron Burr, sir. Permission to state my case. Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck in Quebec. And well, in summary, I think that I could be of some assistance. I admire how you keep firing on the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions on how to fight instead of fleeing west. Well, we keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Sir, how does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Looks, proximity to power. They delighted and distracted. And Martha Washington named her feral tomcat after him. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler Sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you could marry a sister, you're rich, son. Hey, 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 hey. Sir, to be sure, I came to say congratulations. I see the whole gang is here. No, you don't. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you've made yourself indispensable. I should go. Very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. She's married to a British officer. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I'll see you on the other side of the war. See you on the other side of the war. Theodosia writes me a letter every day, keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia. He's trying to keep the colonies in line. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by her side when so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher, but there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. I am inimitable, I am original. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I am lying in wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton faces relentless, he wastes no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate, he exhibits no restraint. Takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps winning anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive, and so you survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we fall. It's the 10 Duel Commandments. It's the 10 Duel Commandments. Negotiate a peace. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. You have him turn around so he can have deniability.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
Alexander, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? With his life, we both know that's absurd, sir. Okay, so we're doing this.
Number fire!
You shot him in the side, yes, he yielded. Yo, we gotta clear the field. This should be fun, yes, sir. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire? Leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman! Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. My father wasn't around, but I'll be around for you. I'll make a million mistakes, I'll make the world safe and sound for you. We'll come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Patrol Counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client Larry Weeks is innocent. Call your first witness, that's all you had to say. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Assume that attitude may be your doom.
Why do you write like you're running out of time?
Write day and night like you're running out of time.
Every day you fight like you're running out of time.
Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Service seems to be calling me.
It's Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Goes and proposes his own form of government.
What?
His own plan for a new form of government.
What?
Talks for 6 hours, the convention is listless. Why do you always say what you believe?
Why do you always say what you believe?
Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies.
Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do.
Alexander? Well, it's the middle of the night. Is this a legal matter? What do you need? Okay, who's your client? No way. No one will read it. And if it fails, the Constitution's a mess. It's full of contradictions. So, no way. Good night. What? Of course. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow.
I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow.
Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays defending the new United States Constitution entitled The Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time?
How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you need it to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. History has its eyes on you. Like Alexander Hamilton, Hamilton, just you wait.
1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt? Fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit. Have it all, lose it all. You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president. Every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast, someone came along to resist him. Pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet, you haven't had the chance, cause he's been kicking ass as the ambassador to France. But someone's gotta keep the American promise. You simply must meet Thomas. There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone under stress meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. And Alexander's by himself. I'll let him tell it. Ah, Mr. Secretary. And did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? You know, Claremont Street, they renamed it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure. And all he had to do was die. We ought to give it a try. How you gonna get your debt plan through? Really? Now Madison and Jefferson are merciless. But 2 Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room
Diametrically opposed foes.
They emerged with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed.
Bros.
The immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants. The Virginians emerge with the nation's capital. And here's the pièce de résistance. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We
just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Thomas Plain, Thomas Plain, Thomas Plain, Thomas Plain. What? No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the parties get to yes. The pieces that are sacrificed in every game of chess. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile, Madison is grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by committee. Congress is fighting over where to put the capital. It isn't pretty. Then Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite, and Madison responds with Virginian insight. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. My God, in God to trust, but we never really know what got discussed. Click, boom, and it happened, and no one else is in the room where it happened. What did they say to you to get you to sail New York City down the river? Did Washington know about the dinner? Was there presidential pressure to deliver? Or did you know even then it doesn't matter where you put the U.S. Capitol? You got more than you gave. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. Close your eyes. We don't get a say in what they trade away, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I gotta be where it happens. In the room where it happens. Click, boom. Since being one put me on the up and up again. They don't need to know me, they don't like you. Old Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create. But upstate, people think you're crooked. The scholar seat was up for grabs, so I took it. I don't see why that has to end. I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear your pride will be the death of us all. Beware, it goeth before the fall. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side.
Every action has it.
It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look back at the Bill of Rights, the ink hasn't dried. It must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look in his eyes, somebody has to stand up to his mouth. Oh, this immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant's keeping us all on our toes. Oh, let's show these federalists who they're up against. Democratic Republicans. Oh, now follow the money and see where it goes, because every second the treasury grows. We follow the money and see where it leads. Get in the weeds, look for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice, it must be nice, it must be nice, it must be nice. We won't be invisible, we won't be denied. Still, it must be nice, it must be nice to have Washington on your side. How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president. Adams fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts. Hamilton publishes his response. Hamilton's out of control.
To a Mr. James Reynolds, way back in 1791. An immigrant embezzling our government funds. And I hope you save some money for your daughter and sons.
Your best one run back where you come from. Confess unless
no one else was in the room where it happened.
Yes.
Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who you decided to. Wow. Alexander, rumors only grow, and we both know what we know.
Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. My real crime is an amorous connection with his wife.
Damn! At his own house?
No.
Have you read this?
I'm never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. Never gonna be president now. One less thing to worry about. Have you read this? You ever see somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife.
Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him, charm her. It's 1800, ladies, tell your husbands, vote for Burr. Alexander, I'm going door to door. Sure, honestly, it's kinda draining, sir. No, I'm chasing what I want, and you know what? I learned that from you. Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership as your vice president. How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore's son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy? A man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back on where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr. Sweet Jesus, careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man. Then stand, Alexander. We hawking dawn, guns drawn. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr. There are 10 things you need to know.
Number 1.
We rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my Hamilton arrived with his crew, Nathaniel Pendleton and the doctor that he knew. I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has poisoned my political pursuits. Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability. Now I didn't know this at the time, but we were near the same spot. My son died, is that why? He examined his gun with such rigor. I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger. Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot. Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim. It's him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then come.
He aims his pistol at the sky.
Wait! I strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They row him back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I hear wailing in the street. Somebody tells me you'd better hide. They say Angelica and Eliza were both at his side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate. Between the sinners and the saints, it takes and it takes and it takes. History obliterates, and every picture it paints me and all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. President Jefferson, President Madison, and when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?